I am stuck in between two type of situations right here. The one option is that I scream the hell out of my lungs because watching this team is unbearably frustrating. It makes me want to pull my hair out, pull my eyeballs out, and just stab both eyes with a knife. Because that's how badly this team frustrates us every single week. But then the other option is it even worth it to yell at this team? Because it's just what they are. They are a bad team. They're not a good team. And I can understand it's gonna be frustrating regardless each option, but is yelling the option, is screaming at this team the option? Probably because, screaming lets all the frustration out. But it's so frustrating watching this team. Oh my god. the No one gets a pass this game. No one gets a pass. The defense in the first half, yes, they made stops in the first half. They've only allowed 7 points. But when you get to the second half, yes, they forced a fumble. Yes, they blocked the punt. But when the offense actually did something, the defense couldn't do anything. They let the Cleveland go right down the field. Because you know why? That's what the defense is. The defense isn't this elite type of thing. They aren't a terrible defense. They're an okay defense. They are going to give up those big plays, those big passing plays, those big running plays. That's what's going to happen. It's just reality at this point with this team. And on the offensive side, there is no defense to Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz sucked today. Carson Wentz was terrible. Terrible. And I know I've been on the record of being a Carson Wentz defender. But his play the past so many weeks, it's inexcusable. You cannot defend it. He has been god-awful. I have no idea what the hell is wrong with this guy. To where this guy has no confidence whatsoever in himself. And you hear him in the press conference saying, oh, I have all the confidence in the world. I'm going to continue to be the guy who I am. Go and make those attempts. Do my thing. It's a facade. We all know it's a damn facade. This guy has no confidence in himself whatsoever. And also that does come back to the play calling because Doug Peterson doesn't get a pass in this game as well. And also your 9th different offensive line to start the season. It's ridiculous. Yes, you do get Isaac Seumalo back, but it barely helped. I think you lost Lane Johnson in this game too, and Fletcher Cox came out for a little bit on the defensive side, and Jason Peters isn't a good left tackle anymore. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how, one, the offensive line just can't protect Carson Wentz, and how many times Carson Wentz puts himself in terrible situations as well, and how many times Doug Peterson put the offensive line and Carson Wentz in terrible situations. It's a gigantic mash of terrible. It is. It's just so bad. I don't know where I can help but laugh, be frustrated, or just like I said earlier, it is what it is. I think it's all three. I'm feeling all three at this point. Because when I saw that safety, I just laughed. I laughed. I was like, oh my god. I was like, because it can't get any worse. Like, can it get any worse than that? I'm just like, are you kidding me? That just happened. And it was funny too because the Eagles had a couple of plays like that when they were almost like booked on their own red zone, in their own end zone. And I was like, if this happens again, they're probably going to get a safety. You know what? By hell, it happened. It absolutely happened. Because one, Carson Wentz's reluctancy to throw the ball away put him in that terrible situation and holding on for the ball way too damn long. Completely holding on the ball way too damn long. Completely. And then, the one thing that bothers me, because your first drive of the game, and yes, the weather in Cleveland was terrible, which was going to be the basis of what the play calling was going to be. But it was a typical Doug Peterson type thing this season. Your first drive of the game, you're running the ball down the field, looking good. You're getting to the red zone by running the ball consistently, back and forth, running plays. And honestly, maybe running is the best option because it is completely torrential downpours in Cleveland. Maybe running the ball is the best option. And they get to the red zone. They do. And Miles Sanders fumbles the ball in the red zone. And you know what happens after that? Doug Peterson completely gets away from the run game. When I understand that you fumbled the ball, but you were having success. You were having success running down the field, and you got to the red zone because of the run. Why do you abandon that? And then you get Carson Wentz throw. I understand he does it. He also gets hit, but then once again and Jalen Reagor was open during this play, and he gets hit, and the ball bloops, and it's an interception. Goes for a pick six. It just, oh my goodness, and it's amazing because the defense before this play, Cleveland came down to the red zone. Baker Mayfield once made it one of his first big plays of the game, and then they went for it on 4th down, and they didn't get the touchdown. So the defense comes up big there, but Carson Wentz, it was just not good. It's just not good. Why you have Jalen Reagor open? He doesn't see it. He tries to do a side pass to Miles Sanders. You get the blitz coming up. He gets hit. The ball bloops. It turns into a pick six. Your first interception of the game. Not off to a good start. Definitely not off to a good start. It was crap. It was terrible. It was horrendous on why he's making that damn play. Horrendous. And offense for the rest of the quarter, not good. Just not good at all. After that touchdown by Cleveland, that pick six, punt for the Eagles, punt for the Browns, punt. And then that's basically the rest of the damn quarter. That was the rest of the first half. Punt. There was no flow. There was no flow whatsoever in this damn game. Honestly, for both sides, but Cleveland, they were even though their run game in the beginning wasn't really that successful, it allowed them to open up the pass game to where they can make those big passes, to where they can make those big plays and open up the space in the field for their receivers. You know what the Eagles do? They do none of that. Yes, they went down the field their entire first drive running the ball. It was good. But then Doug Peterson completely abandons it and forces passing plays every single damn time. He does. Because Miles Sanders once in this game only gets 16 carries. But during those 16 carries, he gets 66 yards. He needs to get the ball way more. Way more. Even Boston Scott needs to get the ball way more times on the rush. Boston Scott only got 5 carries and he got 24 yards. He needs the ball more. Both of these guys need the ball way more. And Doug Peterson completely abandons those plays, and it gets ridiculous. And then you go back into the second half, and then you start off with a punt. And then your defense, they actually give you a play. They force a fumble, Fletcher Cox. And then, hey, it takes one play for the Eagles to get a touchdown. It goes to Richard Rodgers. And honestly, Richard Rodgers was one of the best players in this damn game because he was in the right spots at the right time. And he made some nice catches today. So, you tied the game. But then once again, the defense, they let Cleveland go down the field off of another big passing play, and they get a field goal out of it. They do. They don't get the touchdown. Okay, you're only down by 3. But then you punt the ball. The defense, they do come up next. They allow Cleveland to punt the ball. But then it's amazing too when none of our receivers like to catch the balls on the punts. They just don't. They don't like to catch it. They like to let the ball go and allow Cleveland to put the ball basically, on our 2 or 1 yard line, basically right into the end zone. It was like the 2 or the 3 or something like that. And then you are pinned in your own end zone. Carson Wentz can't do anything. He can't let go of the ball because for some reason he's very reluctant to do that. Doesn't throw it away. Gets sacked, and you have a safety. And I laughed. I laughed because that was hilarious. It was hilarious. And then Cleveland gets the ball once again. Luckily, the defense came up big there, and they blocked the field goal. So, okay, you're only down by 5 points. But then, okay, the Eagles come back down the field, and they get a field goal. But then once again, the defense allows another big play to allow the rush to go, what was it, a 54-yard run, Nick Chubb's? A 54-yard run, and there was literally, during that entire sequence, I think like 5 guys tried to tackle him, and it did not work out. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous on that run play. Yeah, he went to the Philadelphia 7 for a 54-yard run. And then you get the other running back, Kareem Hunt, who was in the negatives, by the way, I think before this play. And he jumps over Jalen Mills for a touchdown. That's just amazing. It's funny, too, on some of those big passing plays by Cleveland, you get Maddox completely getting destroyed. And that's been a very consistent thing. Avonte Maddox cannot play the outside. He just absolutely sucks at it. And then he gets benched, and then you put Jalen Mills out there. Is that honestly a better replacement for Maddox? Is that honestly? No, I don't think so whatsoever. Then Cleveland, they get another field goal, and then, oh God. And then one of the other worst interceptions of this damn game. Oh my God, this one bothers me. It bothers me to my core. It just does. The Eagles get to the red zone once again. And then Carson Wentz tries to target Alshon Jeffrey. He does. In what right mind Alshon Jeffrey should not get targets? I'm sorry, he just shouldn't. He shouldn't, because do I blame Carson Wentz on this interception, or do I blame Alshon Jeffrey more because it looked like Alshon Jeffrey didn't try to catch the ball? He jumped. He mistimed it, and he didn't raise his arms. He just jumped. That's all he did. What are you doing there, Alshon? What are you doing? What in the hell are you doing? And then the Eagles got a pointless touchdown at the end of the game. I was just like, please, just let this damn game end. Just for the love of God, I was watching this entire damn thing just praying for it to end, because it was that crap. It was shit. It was terrible. It was so bad. It was just the Eagles consistently stabbing themselves in the damn foot the entire damn game. And that's what it's like every week. I don't know how we put up with this. I don't know how we put up with this at all. I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely bonkers. Oh my God. And then the bright topic. The bright topic for in line for next week's game. Should the Eagles start Jalen Hurts? No! No! Do you really think Jalen Hurts is going to solve all the damn problems? I understand it's a different look. It's something different. Maybe there's something that can spark right there. But the only time they use Jalen Hurts is to use a stupid run option that gets read every damn time and it gets stopped. And you really think that Doug Peterson can make a little tiny playbook for Jalen Hurts when he can't prepare a team when they're on a bye week to play the Giants? When they have a week and a half off to play the Giants? Do you think he's going to be able to make a playbook for Jalen Hurts in a week span when he can't prepare 2 weeks from a bye week? No. No, he cannot. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous that I can understand, because Carson Wentz yes, he sucked. He has been terrible. But you don't bench a guy you don't bench him. You don't. Because Jalen Hurts is not the next best option. He just isn't. And I'm not knocking Jalen Hurts' play. He's just not prepared enough. He isn't. And you're going to throw him out there on Monday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks. Really? Is that going to be your best option right there? I understand Seattle's defense is absolute trash, but every play that Jalen Hurts has been used in has been a running play. We've barely seen him throw the ball. And you really think Doug Peterson can put some type of small playbook out there to maybe be of use for him? I don't believe that whatsoever, because he couldn't prepare his damn team when they had a bye week before their matchup against the Giants. I don't buy that within a lick. I don't. And I'm not sorry about that, because it's idiotic. It's absolutely idiotic. Carson Wentz, yes, has been completely shit. He has been. But he's still your best option, sadly. He is sadly still your best option. Jalen Hurts is not going to solve the problems. And there's a lot of people that think that. And yes, there's some people that don't think that, but also say put Jalen Hurts into the thing, just maybe because it's a different change, it's a different type of pace. I understand that, but like I said, Jalen Hurts has barely seen anything in the playbook. He's only been used for maybe like 1 or 2 different type of plays every time he comes out onto the field. And maybe maybe you can do something where maybe he plays maybe more than 1 snap. Maybe he plays a couple of series. Maybe just to see how the different flow is. But and I'm not going to use the Seattle Seahawks' terrible defense as an excuse to continue to play Wentz. But maybe there's also an option right there because their defense is so trash. Maybe it's a game where Carson Wentz can get some type of confidence back. I'm not putting my hopes up for anything right there, or not. But you just don't start Jalen Hurts. You don't. It's not a smart move. And you don't bench a guy that basically has your franchise tag, that has the franchise quarterback tag. You don't bench him. You don't. And if he wasn't making that type of play, I'd bench him easily. But you don't bench a guy that's making that much money. You just don't. And Jalen Hurts, and we're gonna keep saying this for months and months after that draft. That was probably the biggest waste of a draft pick in history, because they could have used something during that second round to actually help the damn team. They could have. They could have drafted someone in that second round that was actually going to be of use to the team. Maybe on the offensive front, maybe on the defensive front, maybe something that could have actually helped this damn team. Jalen Hurts does not help the team. And I'm not knocking on the guy. He's just in this situation. He just happens to be here. And it was a waste of a damn draft pick. And you do not start him on Monday Night Football. You just don't. Because I don't trust Doug Peterson to get him prepared for a game. I don't. Because he couldn't prepare his damn team to play against the Giants after a bye week. Doug Peterson, he's part of the problem. Carson Wentz is part of the problem because he's playing terrible. This entire team is the problem. Taking Carson Wentz out of the game and benching him for Jalen Hurts is not going to solve anything. It's not. It might make your situation worse. It might make it slightly better. It's not going to fix everything. It's not. It's just absolutely not. And like we keep saying, the schedule is not going to get better from here on out. It's just not. You got the Seahawks on Monday, then you got to play the Packers, and then you got to play the Saints, and then you got to play the Cardinals. And then you're finishing up the last 2 weeks against Washington and Dallas. But that's completely far down the road. And I'm tired of saying, oh, this team's still in first place. They still have a chance to push for the playoffs. Bull crap. Absolute bullshit. It's gonna be nice it's still nice for people to get into the playoffs and get their experience. But I'm at that point is, what the hell does it matter? Because this team is not going to go anywhere. This team is not going to do a lick of anything. I don't care if they win the division. I don't care if they make the playoffs. I don't care if they miss the playoffs. I just want it to end. We all want it to end. Because it's a damn chore watching this team. It's a frustration watching this team. It's so frustrating. And everyone will probably agree with me right there. Everyone will probably agree with me that it's a complete eyesore to watch. It's so bad. It is so terrible. And Doug Peterson did say it in the press conference that he's starting Carson Wentz. He's not going to bench him. That's just not an option right there. But then he did say that about one of his coordinators last season, and then in the 24 hours he was fired. So you never know with Doug Peterson. But I would fully believe that there's not a chance in hell that they don't start Carson Wentz. That's just not reality at that point. So, oh boy. What are your thoughts about this game? What are your thoughts about Carson Wentz's terrible performance, just the entire team's performance, Doug Peterson? I want to hear your thoughts. So don't forget to like and comment on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on my different social media pages. Don't forget to follow the Painted Lines as well, because I'm partnered with them as well. There'll be a link in the description to those different social media pages and their websites as well. So like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.